So a thought is that which is able to drive you, that which is able to guide you, that is which is able to make you move. And it can either be a positive thought or a negative thought. So the power behind what people are doing is called a thought. So everything that people do, and whatever they do, and however they do it, is because they have been driven by a thought. If you see somebody is happy, then there is a thought of happiness driving him. If you see somebody is sad, then there is a thought of sadness driving him or her to be what he is. And then they say a man is what he. So a man is what he thinks. So as you think, so you are. So if you think that you are happy, then you will be happy. And if you think you are sad, then you will be sad. And if you have a thought that I'm suffering, then you will suffer. And according to how it, that is how it will be. So in your life, what do you really think about yourself? Because each and every one of you is yourself. No one is a duplicate. No one is what? A duplicate. Whatever the case, you can never be a duplicate. Yes, you can resemble your father, you can resemble your mother, you can resemble your siblings, but you will never be a duplicate. You are your own. And the genes that drives your body are also different. The DNA that you may be having, yes, some cells may be same, but overall, everything is yours and your own in the whole world. And you are unique as you are. You are unique as? As you are unique. And that's why you don't need to say, I wish to be like so and so. Never have that mind. That is not the mind that you need to have. So if you have a child and you are in the midst of people and you cannot control your child, then also that is disturbing. That is also disturbing. So what should you do now? What should you do? Wisdom is you go behind. That is wisdom. Now your child is disturbing, making noise. So what should you do? Hello? What is the wisdom? Go behind. But now, even though they listen, they have a thought that is so stubborn, a thought that is telling them you don't need to stand up. That is also a thought. That is also what? A thought. And then in the world of thoughts, thoughts are like seeds. They are like what? Seeds. So how many seeds do you know in this world? How many seeds do you know of? Are there seeds that you know of? You don't know of mango seed. Even you don't know guava seed. You don't know of maize seed. Millet seed. How many seeds do you know of? How many? Only one, two. How many? You don't know. How many? Many. I.e. orange seed. Which seed? Purple seed. Which seed? Oh, bean seed. Yes. Which seed? Yes. Looking at other seed. Which seed? Avocado seed. Which seed? Maize seed. Yes. We have so many seeds. So I'm telling you, a thought that comes to us is like a seed. And once it is planted, then it sprouts, it grows. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that our life is driven by the thoughts that we have. Driven by what? The thoughts that we have. And every day of our lives, we are people who produce at least, remember the word, at least 6,000 thoughts in a day. How many thoughts? 6,000 thoughts. I don't know whether you have ever gone to a bus station. In a bus station, like now, if you go to Machakos or you go to Ena Coach, or you go to Easy Coach, or you go to Guardian Coach, or railway station, Syokimau. If you go there like this time before the train goes to Mombasa, there are so many people there now. So many people. But once the train has left the station and has gone to Mombasa, how about the number of people? Will it still be high or will reduce? The number of people will reduce. Every station, once the buses have gone, the train has gone, even into the airport, once the aeroplanes have gone, then the number reduces. And then it is like it is vacated. And also, it's like almost no one is there. But there are always some people who remain behind. So those who remain behind, they remain behind because at least they have a place or a room where they can settle or where they can sleep. Then in a market, everybody goes to the market like corner. But now sometimes some people remain even up to midnight, maybe 2 a.m. There's still somebody remaining there, sleeping there. Those are homeless. They have no other place to go. Sometimes we say they are mad people. Who remain in the market, we always say they are mad. So mad people, where is their homes? Their homes is always where? In the market. Senor. Other people who have their homes and houses, they do go home and they go to their houses. But some person will remain in the market. Then we say, are they normal? So who remain in the market? Normal people remain in the market? I'm sorry, but these are abnormal people. These are mad people, extremely mad. So that's why they remain in the market. And then they sought for them a place where they can sleep. Same way, so many thoughts come to our mind, come to us. And then there are some thoughts which come and go, come and go, come and go. But there are some which does not want to. They are very stubborn thoughts. They remain. And when they remain, then they grow. And when they grow, then they start to drag you. Such thoughts, have you ever experienced them? Such a thought like, we Charlie ni handsome. Those is nonsense. But still is stubborn. Again, we Charlie ni. And then you brush it aside. This is nothing. But still stubborn. Such thoughts, have you ever experienced of them? Yes. How about you? Yes. How about you? How about you? I'm your dad. Don't use eyebrow. Just use your mouth. Yeah. If you do like this, that is not good. Even she's laughing. How about you? Yes. Oh, no. Is she saying the truth? She's saying she has never had a thought that will Charlie Naini handsome. Huh? Kumbe, you know yourselves, senor. You know yourselves. So such thoughts, when they come, what do you do? A thought like that. A thought like, who Charlie ni handsome. Who Charlie is anunua chips. Senor. And now because of like chips, kuku quarter, nakakok kadogo, and then you feel like, I want to follow this Charlie. Yes. So such a thought, at the beginning, you will say, this is not good thought. Even you know, senor, it's not a good thought. But then you end up being dragged by that thought and you find yourself in a very small room. And then you regret, why did I come here? Such things do happen or not? Yeah, they do. You know very well this is not good, but you are dragged. You are pulled until you find yourself in a very small cube. What brought you there? A thought, senor. Yes. And now that thought, it has already sold you, and you find yourself in a very small cube, and within no time, everything has changed in your life because you were driven by a thought. Another thought comes to you, Ah, I want to smoke marijuana. Then what should I do? I have no money. But then, recently, I went to a barber shop, and then in the barber shop, while the barber was working on my hair, a young man came with a screwdriver. Listen carefully. And now with that screwdriver, he showed the barber, hey, please, can you take this? Oh, it's good. How much? So, and then they bargained until he was given 30 bob. They bargained until he was given how much? 30 bob. So, something when I checked, if you go to the supermarket, it goes to 600. But now, he had it in a very easy way, just picking and putting in the pocket. Very easy. And then when he come to sell from 100 to 30 bob. And then when I thought about it, and I discovered, because a thought was in him. Which thought? A thought that today I want to smoke marijuana. A thought that today I want to smoke cigarette. A thought that today I want to do this and that. So because of that thought, he ended up stealing screwdriver. But now the problem is, he has already sold it at 30 bob. He has bought marijuana, I don't know how much. He has bought a cigarette, I don't know how much. But then how long will 30 bob be with him? How long? 3 hours? 2 hours? I'm very sorry, but after you have gotten 30 bob, immediately you rush to where you can get marijuana, and you rush to where you can get what? Cigarette. After 1 hour, everything is gone. And then still again, you feel like, wow, not satisfied. Then you will end up again. Now, this time, you need bigger money. And then you look at, hey, this one is a woman. And now she has a bag. Said, what should we do? Hey, let's go behind her. Tang, 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 tang. Get her. Pop. That is a thought. Somebody is calling it disc. So, that is a thought. But now problem of that thought is, you will do it once, twice, and then you become used. But now one day, when you try, una try kuachali aliingia army. You try, na nakugonga KE, and you feel, that is more painful, and then it is twisted. Then you find yourself in the jail. So what made you to go there? Just a thought. Just a what? A thought. So thoughts, they are divided into two. We have positive thoughts and we have negative thoughts. So there is a thought that can make you prosper, and there is a thought that can make you fail in life. So a thought that makes people prosper, it is a thought that is always called positive thought. And a thought that makes people fail, they are always called negative. If you go more deep in the spiritual world, we call them evil thoughts. And some, we call them holy thoughts. So a thought that is driving you to succeed is a holy thought. And a thought that is driving you to fail is called an evil thought. And then, how will you know whether this is a holy thought or this one is a bad or evil thought? You may not know, but also if you want, you may know. In the world of thoughts, there are people who have lived life. And as they lived life, they found themselves with that thought, they did something evil, or with that thought. Some called Andreas Lubitz. He was a pilot. At the age of 23 up to 25, he discovered one thing, that when he went to the hospital, he was diagnosed with glaucoma blindness, which means the gradual blindness that comes when you are growing. And now some of it comes rapidly. It comes rapidly. So this young man, at the age of 25, he discovered that I have glaucoma, blindness, and I'm soon becoming blind. And I'm a pilot. And as a pilot, if I will not now earn salary and I will not work because I'm blind, then I will be hopeless. With that mind, he thought of, what should I do? Should I continue to live? No. He decided. A thought came to him. And one day, as he was in the aeroplane, together with the master pilot, or the captain, then the captain went to the toilet. And when he saw that the captain has gone to the toilet, he turned about and locked the door, and he came and took hold on the stick of the aeroplane. And with him, instead of making it go up, it made it go down. And it was now heading towards the mountains called the Alps Mountains. So this German boy, a thought came to him. Should I leave? I don't need to leave. Why should I leave? And I'm becoming blind very soon. And then, when the captain came from the toilet, and everyone in the aeroplane discovered that they were going down, and they were yelling, shouting, and the captain was banging on the door, he could not open. And eventually, it crashed. And 150 people died on the spot. And that is how Andrew Lubitz gave up his life, not only his own life, but also the life of the people that were with him on board. That is a thought. Which thought? Negative thought. Why was it negative? He thought that if I become blind, that is the end of everything. He thought that if I become blind, then that is everything. But had he never seen blind people walking? Had he never seen blind people eating? He had never seen blind people also even prospering in life? Yes, he had seen. Even he knew. But a thought that was with him could overpower every other thing that was positive and only led him in the negative way. And then that is how he killed people. Sully Sullenberger, a person from US, he was as old as 61 years old. He had an engine failure. When he just kicked off the aeroplane that he was driving, there was an engine failure. When he discovered that, he did not allow it to hit the ground, but he could guide that aeroplane to the Hudson River, and that is how he saved a life of 155 people. Yes, he was old. Even him, he was soon dying. But he had a pure thought, and that's why he did not react the way Andreas Lubitz did. So Andreas Lubitz had a wrong thought, and that wrong thought made him kill 150 people. Sully Sullenberger, he had a very good thought, a right thought, and because of that right thought, he could save 155 people. Young people, I want to tell you today, it does not depend on what you have. It does not depend on the surrounding that you are in. It does not depend on your locality. It does not depend on how equipped you may be, but it depends with you, that which is in you. So many people say, if I had this, if I had that, if I had this, if I had that, then my life would have been much better. Friends, it is not because of what you have. Andreas Lubitz had the best aeroplane, but he led it to the Alps mountains. Sullenberger had the worst aeroplane, but he led it to the Hudson River. So it doesn't matter what you have. You may have the best things around you, but if you have a wrong mindset, still everything is failure. You may have nothing, but if you have a right mindset, you will succeed. Success does not depend on which type of parents you have. Success does not depend on which type of school you went to. Success does not depend on the types of papers you have. Success depends on a thought you have. There are so many people who have PhD papers, but if you look at how they live as if they never stepped into a primary school. There are so many people who have no paper at all, but when you look at their lives, they live as if they had gotten. I'm trying to tell you today, it does not depend on what you have. It depends on the thought that you have. Which thought do you have? Do you have a negative thought? A negative thought will drive you to live the way you are living. A positive thought will drive you to live the way you are living. So you are living according to the thought that is in you. Which thought is in you? Is it positive? Look at how your life is. Is it positive? Look at how your life is. Is it negative? So the life you are living depends on the thought that you have. And that's why never say, I want to be like so and so. Don't copy. Don't try to be like another person. Be yourself, but you need to have a pure thought. What do you need to have? Which thought do you need to have? Positive thoughts. Are we together? Yes. Then people smoke bang. Why do they smoke bang? Because they have positive thoughts. People take drugs. Why do they take drugs? Because they have positive thoughts. I really want to tell you today, whichever life you are living, you are the master of that life. You are the master. You can decide what to do with that life. That life is in your hands. Look at your hands. Look at your hands. You are both hands. Do you have two or one? Yeah. And now you are lucky you have two. But then I'm telling you, the life that you are living is in your hands. You are the master of that life. You can decide what to do with that life. If you want it to be negative life, it will be positive. It will be positive life. You are the master of that life. So, why are you the master? Because you are the one who decides what to plant in you. You are the one who decides what you want to plant. You want to plant positive things? You want to plant negative things? So you, as the master, you decide. But now, if you decide wrongly, you will regret. And if you decide in the right way, you will be happy. I want to tell you something. Now that most of you are 20, within the 20s, and then for you to mature up with a thought, you need 20 more years. How many years? 20 more years. That's why they say life begins at 40. Do you know why? Because when you are growing up to the age of 20, now from 20, you can choose which way to go. And now they give you advantage. And now they say, okay, start from 18. At least 18, you can be like lingering 19, 20. Now you think sharply. And then they give you 20 more years. Within 20 more years, these are the years of you to decide which way you want to go. And that's why when you reach 40, if you had not known which direction, then I'm sorry, your life is just that. That's why now, between now and 40, how many years remaining? Think about it. between now and 40, how many years are remaining? Think about it. So it is now for you to plant the best seed. It is when? Now for you to plant the what? The best seed. Such that when 40 comes, now that seed that you had planted should bring forth fruits. That's why they say life began. So that you can now eat. You eat on what you planted. Which thought did you plant? If you planted a thought of being in committee, then you shall be in committee forever. And if you planted a thought of thinking of how your life and the life of the people around you should be, then you will have to change that life. Have you ever heard of somebody called Beethoven? Yes. You need to know about him. He was a deaf man, and as he was trying to grow old, he became deaf and he could not listen at all. But then he never gave up. The fact that he became deaf, he never gave up. He composed the best songs, and the songs that he composed are used by so many people, especially Christians. Especially Christians. But then, how could he listen to his songs? How could he listen to his songs? It's not easy. As a deaf, how can you listen to your songs? He could wake up very early, around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then at that point, he could listen to his songs. And then, how can a deaf listen to his songs? My friends, there is two types of ears. We have this outer ear, and we have the inner what? The inner ear. And now this man, at 2 a.m., when he was composing his songs, he could listen to his songs, and he could decide, wow, this is the best. And the tune, and the volume, and whatever, he was always saying, this is the best. At what time? 2 a.m. And that is how his life became beautiful. And even though he was a deaf man, he did not regret in life. Have you ever heard of somebody called Crystal Asige? Who have ever heard of her? Crystal Asige. Yeah. Crystal Asige, she's a blind lady. Blind what? She's a blind lady. But the fact that she's blind did not diminish her plans. Still, she's doing very well. And in the parliament, she's one of the best senators, the best performing senators in Kenya today. When this lady was in her high school, she had a glaucoma blindness, which was gradually developing in her. In the year 2010, she underwent a surgery, but you know what? Instead of recovering, she lost most of her sight. And in her heart was like, hey, life is like this, everything is going down, then how will it be? She did not accept a negative thought in her life. A positive thought came to her, and she said, even though I may be blind physically, but I am not disabled in the world of the brain. And now with that heart, she changed her mind, and she changed her heart, and she has lived ever beautiful life, even though she is blind now. Once you have a positive thought, whatever the situation, you will still overcome. Her environment, her situation is the most pathetic one. But she did not accept it in the heart. She rejected it. I am not blind. And another thought came to her. Even in this situation, I can still make it. And she has made it. There's another lady called Mary Atieno. I don't know whether you have heard of her. Yes. Also blind. Did she give up? One of the best teachers in Kenya. Also one of the best singers in what? In Kenya. So, situation does not go with how we think. But how we think go with how we have decided in our lives. That's why your environment can be so negative. Everything around you can be so negative. But don't accept and receive the negative mind in your heart. Reject it. And then look for another mind, which is called positive mind. Whatever the situation, if you have decided, it must be the best, however long it may take, yes, it may take, but it will be the best according to the thought that you have. According to the thought that you have. I want to give you some examples from the Bible. In the Bible, we had somebody called Judas Iscariot. You people, have you ever heard of him? Yeah, what do you know about Judas Iscariot? He did what? He betrayed Jesus. But today I want to tell you, he is not the one who betrayed Jesus. He is, and he was never the one who betrayed Jesus. If you look at your Bible, we have a Bible, and we have the book called John chapter 13, verse 2. And now you people, because you don't like Bible, that's why you cannot even search. But if you have a Bible in your phone, you check John chapter 13, verse 2. Do you have a Bible? Or you don't want your girlfriend to know that you have a Bible? You know, some of you are like, I don't want my girlfriend to know that I have a Bible. I don't want my boyfriend.
Okay. John 13, verse 2. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus.
Yeah. So the heart to betray Jesus was whose heart? Huh? Hello? The heart to betray Jesus was whose heart? Yeah. Even those people who are behind there, they are not listening. Number one, because they came late. Number two, they are not bothered. Number three, and now the most important thing is that the devil has made them to be comfortable. So even the guy in the black Marvin, they are just busy talking. But now me, I'm seeing you. I have 10 eyes. I'm seeing you. And now his friend has very white teeth and now smiling. Woo. I really want to tell you that it was not Judas who betrayed Jesus. Who betrayed Jesus? Yeah? The heart to betray Jesus was not Judas. It was the devil's heart. But then, if you look at your Bible again in the book of Matthew, okay, open Matthew. Matthew chapter 27, verse 3, 4, and 5. I really want to tell you something that you did not know, but once you know it, then you will change your mind and the way you look at things. In Matthew chapter 27, you people who are behind there, the one who is having red, pull over. Do you have a phone? If you have a phone, check your phone. And if you don't have a phone, then the friend who is next to you has a phone. I'm saying, look at the book of Matthew chapter 27. Come on, react. Don't just fold your hands. React. If that voice is coming to you, react. Look at the Bible. You people, you pretend as if you hate Bible, as if you hate God, but God has given you the best. And even the institution where we are now is because of God. So that's why don't despise God. Matthew chapter 27, verse 3. What does it say?
Matthew 27, verse 3. When Judas, who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and returned the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders. I have sinned, he said, for I have betrayed innocent blood.
5.
What is that to us? They replied. That's your responsibility. So Judas threw the money into the temple and left. Then he went away and hanged himself.
So as I told you, in John chapter 13, verse 2, the heart to betray Jesus was the devil's heart. But in Matthew 27, Judah is having another thought. This is me. I am the one who has betrayed Jesus, in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. It was not Judas, but now Judas thought, it is me, it is I. So many people condemn themselves after they have committed sin. I want to tell you today, it is not because of you that has committed that sin. That sin that you are committing, you are just an agent. You are just a vessel. You are just a tool being used by the spirit of the devil. You are just a house in which through the devil want to work. And now that body is used by the devil. When you are smoking bang, remember, the devil is using your body to smoke the bang. And when you are fornicating, remember, the devil is using your body to fornicate. And when you are taking alcohol, remember, the devil is using your body to take alcohol. It is not you. It is not you. It is the evil thought that has come to you. And now you think it is me. Even that being arrogant, that you don't want to listen, it is not you. It is the devil in you making you to go against. I really want to tell you, whenever I look at you, you are so high-minded and you don't care. It is because the devil is using you maximally. And now sometimes we say the devil is fucking you. What do we say? What do we say? The devil is doing what? He's fucking you. And now when you are being fucked by the devil, you think you are so smart. You are not smart, you are being fucked. I really want to tell you today, don't be used by him. Don't be used by him. Andreas Lubitz was used by him. Was he fucked? He was fucked to death. Change your mind. Be used by God. Change your mind. Be used by the Holy Spirit. Change your mind. Be used by the holy things of God. And your life will be peaceful. And your life will be a happy life. And you will be so happy in life. Are we together? Do you want to be happy? Yes. Don't accept the evil thought of the devil. Reject it. Say no to it. Hello? What will you say? No to the thoughts of the devil. That mind of stealing, just a what? Just stealing what? Screwdriver. That is not from God. And now you are selling it at 30 bob. Why? Because you have been driven by the evil spirit. Young people, a thought that you plant in yourself can either destroy you or can make you succeed. But to us, we really want you to succeed. That's why we are defining it for you to the latter, for you to know that it is not you, but the devil that comes in you, giving you an evil thought and now drives you crazy. So people are driven. So when you see you are going to steal Are you going to steal because you like? And now if you like, why don't you tell everyone, I'm going to steal? Have you ever told everyone like that? How about when you are going to fornicate? You are going for a date. I'm going for a date. Do you always say like that? Or you are hiding? Cindy? Why do you hide? Because you know it is not good. But even though you know it is not good, are you stopping or you are still going? You are still going. Do you know why? Because that thought is dragging you. Twende. Si mzuri, twende. Si power, twende. So who is dragging you? That thought. And now that thought, who is the master of that thought? The devil. But then Apostle Paul discovered that thought in the book of Romans chapter 7, verse 18, 19, and 20. He discovered, this is a thought that is driving me crazy. Come on, do you have the Bible? Yeah, Romans chapter 7, verse 18, 19, and 20. Apostle Paul discovered, this is not my thoughts. This is not me. This is something else. So when you look at the Bible, Romans chapter 7, verse 18, the Bible will tell you something. What will it tell you? I will read for you. Yeah. Verse 18. Romans 7, verse 18. Are you there? Yes. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, that flesh which you have, the Bible is talking about it, dwelleth no good thing. In that flesh, the Bible says, dwelleth not no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform which is good, I find not. So those who fornicate, those who take drugs, those who drink, they are not doing it because they want. Even them, they know it is bad. They want to avoid, but they have no power to avoid. Why? Because already a thought has been planted within them. So that thought is dragging them. That thought is driving them crazy. 19. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. So people do things that they don't like. They do things that they don't like. I'm telling you, when you see somebody smoking, don't think they like it. Even they know, hey, cancer is here. Ooh. But now what is the problem? They are being dragged. Somebody is going to a small cube. They know either AIDS is here or mimba iko hapa, or they know. Or they don't know. They know. And that's why they are in fear. And after that, they go to hospital to check. Why? Because they are in what? In fear. Then do they enjoy? I'm telling you, they are doing things that they don't enjoy. Do you know why? Because they are doing things that they don't like. But the problem is they don't have power to avoid. That is what the Bible is saying. And not only the Bible, that is what life is. It is natural. Some people may say, that is Bible. I'm telling you, it's not just Bible. It is natural. People do things that they don't like. Maybe you have taken alcohol all night and then you have not gone to your house. You have been found in a trench, kwa mtaro, and then you come out from the mtaro. Are you happy? Are you now are you testifying, I drank until I slept in the trench? Can you testify like that? Everything is a shameful thing. Sindio? You have drunk until mpaka ukapipi kwa trouser. Can you testify that? It is a shameful thing. Sindio? Yes, that is what I mean. You don't like it. You hate it. But you find yourself there. Why? Because you have been dragged. Who has dragged you? A thought. Negative or positive? Negative. Negative is from who? From Satan. Verse 20. Now here Apostle Paul discovered the center of the problem in verse 20. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwell in me. Who does those things? Who does those things? Sin. Sin that dwells in you is the one that is driving you crazy. Sin came from where? From God. Sin came from Satan. But now people are like so boastful, and now they don't care whether you are sinful or not. You just exalt the devil, and now you are so happy that, me, I don't like God. So you like the devil, isn't it? You don't like God, so you like who? You like the devil. So you are devil agents. Are you Satan agents? Devil agents, how are you? Agents ya devil, habari zenu? Is there any devil agent here? But then, why don't you eradicate that sin? You like it. Sindio, unapenda dhambi. Nani apendi dhambi hapa? Nani anachukia dhambi? Mimi nachukia dhambi. Inua mkono nikuone. Tunaona hakuna mtu anachukia dhambi hapa. Mnapenda dhambi. Okay, again, nani anachukia dhambi? Mimi nachukia dhambi. Nani anachukia dhambi? Kama unachukia dhambi inua mkono. Nachukia dhambi. Amuchuki dhambi. You are good friends to dhambi. That's why I'm telling you, you are being you like being done what? Being F by the devil. You like it. You enjoy it. But me, I'm telling you, you are living that life because sin is in you. Who is in you? Sin. Do you like sin? Yeah. So if you want to eradicate it, then let us meet again next week. I will show you and show you how it can come out. Who want to remove it? I want to remove it out of me. I want to remove sin out of me. I don't want to be F by, yes. Sindio? Yes. So please, if you don't want to be F by the devil, then next Sunday, let's meet again, and I will show you how sin was removed and how it can be removed. Are you ready? Yes. So clap for me. Thank you. See you again.